Hello there, it's your boy, SpiderBOI, and we have to get this content deputy over with, okay? Alright. I was gonna talk about Noah Simpson and BadEmpanada. I was gonna do that, but, time constraints. Honestly, at this point, I'm sick of Noah Simpson. As you may or may not know, he might be a contender for one of those bloodthirsty, wacko leftists. So, yeah, I just don't want to think about them. So, let's to the side. He can get arrested for attempted assassination over there. I'm gonna talk about IDubbbz and this content cop and BadEmpanada. Actually, let's get to that right now. We're addressing the CPS claims that IDubbbz avoided in the content cop proper. So, as you should know, the CPS situation. CPS got called on Ethan and Ella because Ethan joked that his entire family might have giardia. And Ian, being a retard, says, well, you didn't expect your fans to be concerned about this. They didn't think they would unmask or whatever. You didn't think someone would call child protective services on your family and try and get your children taken away from you. That wasn't a possibility.
People are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream. So there are 26,000 people listening to Ethan go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea, viscosity of diarrhea, his child having giardia, him and his whole family having giardia. They're calling it the poop house.
Ian, you fucking retard. Let's get this out of the way right now. Let's put things into perspective, okay? So, Ethan said that, I think he said his dog had giardia. He then joked about how his baby, his child, is still crawling around. He might have giardia. Because they're apparently really young children. Hila and him might have giardia, right? All of that is might, except for the dog. Who knows if any of this actually happened, except for the dog. The dog has giardia. That might have always, giardia is really rare, and it's really rare because you have to be a shit-eating goblin, okay, to get this. And because we are civilized, we don't get it. It's more likely for your dog to get Ephesocus giardia, and I have to assume Ethan and Ella are looking after their children. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows if their children had giardia or if they had giardia. Ian Hess is in the video. Ian clarified that in order to get giardia, you have to eat shit literally, okay? It is a very specific, condition, okay? It is very rare. So, yeah, Ian doesn't care about any of that, clearly. People don't know about giardia because of the things I just said, right? But still, they say in the episode it's really rare. He was obviously he was joking. Obviously he was joking. Everyone, including the dog, had charges. He was joking. Not to mention, it's so, like, and it goes away relatively quickly. So there's that too. There's a whole bunch of. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous for you to expect Ethan and Hila to expect their children possibly being taken away because they joked about it's so CPS visited them, okay? Actually this went all the way through. Who knows what the caller said? Who knows the caller? These detractors, these anti-Ethan people don't seem to understand that if they were in the same situation, they would be on the same warpath Ethan is on right now. You're calling on CPS to possibly take my children away from me because I joked that we all might have the flu because we're not sanitary or whatever the fuck. What kind of bullshit? You didn't learn jack fucking shit. You two-faced bastard. You didn't learn empathy. You did not. You didn't learn empathy. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. Without a doubt, you're a fucking liar. Because you would know if you actually watched the podcast episode or that bit of the podcast episode. You would know. Like, calling the CPS on them is ridiculous. I don't care if BadEmpanada didn't support it. I don't care if she apologized. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't care. It doesn't matter because her chat and there's this stupid bullshit. Ian misconstrues Ethan putting himself over BadEmpanada's chat as
Ethan Klein uses this very deceptively edited video that is just like doing this smooth scroll to make it seem like that's all of BadEmpanada's chat. But that's not what it is. And then when he's called out on it, he hides it. He moves his window over the real chat.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses,
reading the chat, co-signing
it's very,
it.
very, very dangerous.
Now pay attention to her
chat.
chat.
Have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like...
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility.
There's this clip that they got from their Reddit. There's this clip of people in BadEmpanada's chat sharing this CPS visit on CPS call, CPS visit, whatever. There's BadEmpanada's, there's the chat, and then there's chatters supporting the CPS call or visit. That's the edit part. This is the edit part right here. And when they went over this, Ethan didn't want to cover up BadEmpanada's face, so he put himself up here, where BadEmpanada's chat happened to be. The edited part is one half of the video, so he had to put himself up here. Unfortunately, on top of BadEmpanada's chat. It's not a manipulation thing. It's not a obscuring thing. It's just being like it's just not trying to cover up BadEmpanada's face. It's not that deep, you fuckwit. It ain't that deep. Okay? A lot of people have been saying this. Maybe because of Ian. Maybe. I don't care. It's dumb. People think it's either people think that deep with Ethan, or they're too stupid to understand what's actually going on. And there's another thing throughout this video that Ian does. He's calling Ethan out on being, like, calling people out on Ethan being insulting about people's looks. Ethan being, like, mean. Like, I have to get the clip, I think. You're a manipulative piece of shit. Take some accountability. What? Ian, that's what you haven't been doing this whole time. Bro, I don't want to hear your bullshit about this boy. There are some specific clips I would like to talk about right now. So, there's this one, like, this is gonna be a little scattered, but, like, trust me, this is basically the video, okay? So, there's one topic, there's one more topic before I get to individual clips. Ian seems to misunderstand how, he doesn't think how Ethan's feeling is justified. He doesn't think any of this is justified. He doesn't think this is a justified crash out. And let's just, like, he's not just threatened. He's not just being harassed. People have called CPS on him. Not his community, not, like, assumably not his community, not his local community, not his neighborhood. Some random fuckwit called CPS on him and almost got his kids taken away, okay? His skull got sent to his house. Don't matter if it's a fake skull, okay? It's a skull. It means the same thing, okay? You see a skull, you think it's a damn skull. You don't just get sent a skull out of the blue. And it's not because it's from, like, it's not, you don't just have a skull sent to you out of the blue and have it not come from a malicious person. Alright? This isn't just, even does feel very personally attacked right now. So if he's crashing out, I think it's pretty fucking justified, okay? He thinks his children are threatened. People might know where he lives. If his address isn't public, if people, he feels very threatened. For reasons you should know. Let's not play dumb here, Ethan. You're some kind of dumb, alright? But there are some things that you just have to know. Because you say things in a certain way that makes me think you're leaving shit out, okay? Like, what? Bro. Okay, so, clips. Ian talks about how he thought Ian was gonna be respectful to him and have some kind of, like, respectful. Even was gonna be an adult, like, bro. Everyone knew that you were lying through your teeth. I mean, that's not unusual at this point. That's just par for the course, right? But did you really expect Ethan? Did you really expect Ethan? Did you really expect them to be, quote unquote, an adult and be respectful towards your squatty ass. What? What kind? Release this shit live. I don't care. If it wasn't supposed to be live, you caused a fucking anxiety attack. I don't give a fuck what your intention was. You're a piece of shit. Okay, boy? Alright? You don't expect Ethan to be adult with you, respectful with you after that fucking fiasco of the video? The release of the video? Any of the video's contents, are you fucking ridiculous? You didn't expect that. I know you didn't expect that. You're pretty fucking optimistic, okay? You're pretty optimistic. If you find this was gonna go any other way, then Ethan clowning your ass this entire video, okay? Ethan just putting you in your place where you deserve to be, okay? In the trash can. You were wearing some, not even rose tinted. You were wearing fucking opaque pink lenses, okay? You didn't see shit. And he also talks about Ethan went and attacked his charity.
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anisa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that, because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anisa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
Oh, yeah, right. Like, the charity, the fucking charity, that is failing in real time, and it hasn't even started. Let me get back up. Some people don't donate to charities in the first place because they want to see where their shit goes. They want to see where their money goes. People see where their money is going to. Seeing all of this bullshit taking place, they see that. Why the fuck do you think they would give them money to this? They can donate to the charity themselves. They can just donate straight to the charity. Not have to deal with your dog ass, okay? They can just donate straight to the charity, okay? We're not attacking the charity. We're not attacking your charity. We're attacking you. We're attacking you and this bullshit you're trying to pull, okay? You failed at charity, okay? You failed. You failed at the charity last time. And it was a spectacular failure last time. So, of course, people aren't going to trust you, okay? And then you decide to leave because you're a pussy. Because you're a giant fucking pussy, okay? You leave, you and your wife leave the charity. You're just founders now. You don't organize it. You don't really care if that's a good thing or not. We still have fighters to go. You still have TBAs on your list of fighters on the website. I saw that shit. You have like 5 missing fighters. We still have about a month, but like that's a month to train. Hello there, ending SpiderBOI. It appears that the Creator Clash Free event will not happen in June. It won't even happen in the same location. It's happening on the other side of the country in late October. Is that enough time for new entrants to train before the event? Maybe so, but It's interesting how all this turned out. You know, like most of the slots, unless they're secretly taken, half of the slots are like empty. Then they have to pick up the pace here and find some people in the next 4 months. Also, coincidentally, both dates, the former and the current one, are a week after big influencer events. Really interesting. There are still 3 fighters at least that just straight up dropped out anyway. So there's that. 3 out of like 5 who are not here, okay? This is not going anywhere, bro. You're bullshitting, okay? We're not attacking Stand Up to Cancer, okay? We're attacking you, okay? Let's get this straight. We're attacking you. IDubbbz TV, Jomha, okay? You and your wife. Speaking of the charity event, Ethan sometimes likes to bring up how Ian might have CTE because of the 2 losses he's had at those charity events. Okay? He's lost 2 boxing matches because he probably either doesn't train enough or he's just a bad boxer. The organizer, assumably the organizer, lost twice. That's a 2-0. Not to mention all the losses he's taken in the past. How long has it been? 6 months? Year? Yeah. So, Ian throws that back at Ethan. I would rather take that than having the burden of sharing 50 push-ups with my wife. Like, the fuck you think this is?
Ethan also talks about the potential CTE that I might have after boxing.
Yeah.
Ethan, your whole system is scrambled.
No, your brain is scrambled from getting punched in the face too many times because you don't understand the situation. Some people are saying the CTE is starting to take effect, I guess. That would be comforting if there was some explanation, at least.
Any amount of CTE that I may have endured after doing 2 boxing matches, I'm going to say is preferred over having to share the load of doing 50 jumping jacks with my wife.
Yeah,
What if we do both do them? We'll both do 25 at once.
25 each? Or
Oh my goodness.
Great form by both.
Really nice. They must work out.
You find that was a good... I would rather have CTE than have to share the load of 50 push-ups with my wife. But bro got the whole squad laughing. It was real funny. Like, what do you even say that? Like, Ethan could probably do 50 jumping jacks. He could probably do them now. He probably could have done it at that time. What, like, would you rather, Ian, hey, would you rather have instant CTE? Would you rather pass out right now? Would you rather have that right now? Or share 25 jumping jacks with your wife? Honest question. Another clip I'd like to talk about. Ian brings up how Ethan calls anybody who criticizes him anti-Semitic, which isn't true. Like, it's not anybody. We're talking about this situation just happens to be the only one right now. It surrounds Ethan right now because it's his situation. He has a fucking mass of haters. A good number of whom are probably anti-Semitic. Let's be honest here.
I'm sure there's anti-Semitic people that are attacking you guys, but they're not me. They're not Anisa. It's not Hassan. It's not all of these other creators that you're attacking. You're not the biggest victim on the internet, Ethan. Other people can experience a horrible fucking time. And guess what? They're not getting this other benefit, which is 26,000 viewers. You're getting a lot of money and a lot of content, a lot of things that you care about from these beefs and from this harassment. There are a lot of people that you've just bullied and they have nothing to gain out of it. Frogan isn't making a bag from this.
He mentions him, I've assigned. I think he mentions his wife. Like, bro, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on his wife, bro. Okay? Don't make me bring up the clip. Don't even, okay? Don't.
As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people. It was gay people, handicaps, twins. I think that's and obviously they were obviously Jewish, or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
She's changed this, blah, okay, whatever. Don't make me bring up the clip, though. And Hassan, bro, and don't make me bring up his clips. Don't even, bro, like, come on. We can be dishonest and just bring up the clips from years ago of real anti-Semitic shit, okay? Maybe you aren't anti-Semitic, okay? Maybe your wife isn't anti-Semitic. Maybe not Thanos. Maybe not even Hassan. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves, okay? If we're gonna be honest, you look pretty anti-Semitic, saying some of the things you say, okay? Alright? Maybe you don't support Hamas. Maybe. I'm watching you. You're pretty all in on this. Ethan is being, he's calling all his haters anti-Semitic. Like, you, I mean, Ian. These fucking names, bro. Ian, I wouldn't be surprised if you call all your haters against Palestine. Because that's how this goes. Okay? I've been around this block, okay? A couple 100 times. Okay? Okay? You want like, we're not doing this. We ain't doing this. Ethan doesn't do that. Considering this situation, he could have examples of actual anti-Semitism. You know that. You know. This is pretty volatile. You know there are some crazies. Like your former editor, Flytonic, that you buttered up. Okay, that you tried to paint as, you know, just a little crazy, just a little unhinged. But Ethan is comparable to him. He isn't. No. We are not comparing an actual anti-Semite to fucking to insults. Like, we're not. You saw the tweets. If we're gonna make a case for anti-Semitism, Flytonic, he's gonna have to have a hell of an attorney, hell of a lawyer to defend him against anti-Semitism claims. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now. Next fucking clip. This, he Ian thinks he's so smart. He thinks he's got it in the bag right here. He thinks he's got it in the bag. He called me a Nazi. He called me a fucking Nazi. Does he mean it? How if I know? I'm trying to get a slam dunk here. Give me the slam dunk. Give me the fucking slam dunk.
Fast forward to him reacting to my video, he's just outright calling me a fucking Nazi.
Is it a coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video and he's holding a swastika one? I mean, we can free Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy, unless you're Jewish, of course.
Ethan, people are allowed to shave their head and not be called anti-Semitic. I mean, if you're going to critique his podcast or be pissed off that he personally insulted you, even that is enough to be called anti-Semitic. It's fucking crazy.
This is some bullshit, okay? I'm sure if you questioned Ethan on this, he's joking, okay? He's joking. It's a joke. Ethan jokes a lot. Half of those jokes seem to fly over people's heads. Clearly. Don't do this. You can shave your head without being a skinhead. Shut up. You know the context. You know what this is. You walked all the way into this. Okay, you walked into this. You are Sideshow Bob. You are walking on the rake. Okay? You walked onto it. And you know it. You know it. You walked onto that wake. And you walked away and said, I didn't walk on that wake. That rake over there? What are you talking about? I didn't see that there. Well, what? What are you talking about? That never existed. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro, you look like a skinhead. You look like a Nazi with all those tattoos. You held the Nazi sword. Everyone and their mom was making this joke, and you don't. It's the easiest joke to make. I made it. I made the fucking joke, okay? But unlike most bald people, you said the N-word. You held the swastika sword. You went all the way against a Jew being a Palestine supporter, possibly Hamas supporter. This joke writes itself. All you had to do was keep your hair, and notice what happened. I wouldn't be calling you out, not acknowledging how perfect of a joke this is. You really have lost your funny bone. You will at some point, you got a funny bone surgery. You swapped out your humorous to an unhumorous. Switch that shit out, okay? You got a different bone now. You got an unhumorous bone. You hit that shit, you start crying because it's not funny anymore, okay? You're fucking unfunny ass shit now, bro. Come on, bro. I've said more than enough times. You aren't dishonest personified, okay? You want to talk about manipulation, man? You're manipulating what little fans you have left, bro. Alright. Final quit. Ian demonstrating his spotty knowledge of the Ethan drama, despite everything, doesn't realize that preaching to Ethan like a savior, like a white savior, if you will, about him crashing out and him needing help. He doesn't realize that was a bad thing.
I was even equating to him having crash out moments in the same way that denims could have crash out moments. I think we're all capable of it, but he was using it in the video to suggest that I was making fun of his mental health.
To my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of your mental health. Every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
To characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing.
Every fucking example that you tried to smear me with was me actually pointing to something else that could be affecting you. He even brought up the clip of me saying, if you get help. We all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help. I don't care how you get it. You can wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help. But if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help.
Ian, it's a trigger word. It's a trigger word, okay? These are triggering words, okay? And I'm not saying that in a Karen way, in an SJW way. I'm saying his haters do this all the time. They think they're helping. He doesn't need help. Okay? His haters shove this in his face. Some maliciously, outright. He needs help. He needs a therapist. He needs Ethan is clearly on a mental health downside. He's mentally unwell. They say this all the time, Ian. If you had done the tiniest bit of research, the tiniest bit of research at all, you would know that this is a hate-dom thing. This is a hate-dom thing that his haters do because his haters think they're smart. They think they're right. They think he needs a full-blown therapist because he's mentally unwell. It's a different kind of parasocial. It's that kind of parasocial where it's like malicious people, like it's concern trolling, right? It's like people who think they know what they're talking about, think they know exactly what they're talking about, but they don't know you. They don't know you. They're not notable people saying you need to do this thing. This obviously, like, you're clearly unwell. You're clearly this. You're clearly that, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he tries to justify this. Forget how he somehow doesn't know this. Forget that. And even addresses in those spots to the content cop, right? Even says he's done with this, right? He doesn't need help, right? Ian says everyone needs help. Everyone on the world needs help, right? Everyone needs help. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs to be told that they need help, that they need a therapist, okay? Everyone is sad. Everyone is depressed, okay? Everyone has a horrific life like me. Everyone is me. Everyone needs professional help. Okay? I'm like Ian, you're doing what you're not supposed to do, alright? You're calling yourself out. You are exposing your hand, okay? Not the plan of the video, not the plan of your intent. You're just literally exposing yourself, like you did in the intro of the content top. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna think about that. The last 10 seconds didn't even exist, alright? Okay? You're calling yourself out right now, okay? Not everybody needs help. What? Not everyone on this world needs help. There are more successful people than you, okay? There are people who are more successful than you that do not need help. Don't need your help. No. Don't need help. Don't need a therapist. Don't need help, okay? There are people, believe it or not, there are people on this world who aren't diagnosed with depression or anxiety, who are not diagnosed with anything. They exist, okay? More successful than you or less successful than you. There are people that just don't need fucking help, especially coming from you. Like, you're anybody to be saying that anyone needs help. Like, bro, like, fuck off with that shit, okay? I was also gonna talk about BadEmpanada in the previous video too, but like, again, let's just cut it at he's a deranged maniac who jokes about the CPS call a lot, who like, no joke, pretty unhinged, like, actually fucked up, like, actually, I'm gonna send you a fucking message, and I'm gonna be up close to the phone. I'm gonna act like a fucking deranged maniac, because I'm obsessed. Like, I'm sure he wouldn't deny about being, I'm sure he wouldn't deny being obsessed, right? Obsessed with Ethan and you. I'm sure. Because he's fucking ridiculous with it, okay? Plays a game where he kills IDF agents, okay? He fucking finds the secretary specifically. He's fucking insane, okay? Let's just keep it at that, okay? Bro coming up at Ethan's funeral just to piss on the coffin in front of everybody. That's the kind of person I think this is, okay? Someone needs to do a content comment on his ass, okay? Someone needs to do that, okay? Because I'm not fucking doing it. No. He's fucking deranged. I've dealt with enough derangement for the next month. Okay? That's, no. In conclusion, Ian is a completely untrustworthy source of information, and you should not donate to his charity. Under no circumstances, you probably won't anyway, but just do not donate to his charity. Don't donate to his charity, his creator crash. Don't go to his creator crash, let alone. Don't tell anybody to drop out of the creator crash. Just let it die, okay? Just let it go through and die, okay? Just leave it, okay? If you want to donate to charity anyway, donate to a charity of your choosing. How about that? If you don't donate to charities, go anyway, okay? Just don't donate to him. If you're not donating anyway, good. Donate to the charity itself. Go to the charity's webpage. Donate that way. Just beware of the mail. Beware of the mail. That will haunt you for the next year. Yeah. It will come back month after month, and it will haunt you. You donate what? You donate 5 cents? Oh, okay, cool. Let's donate you a year's worth of monthly mail. that you did not ask for. You want to unsubscribe from the physical mail? Call our number. Call our straight up number. And say you don't want any more mail. Well, read the fucking website, okay? Read the entire website. You don't want mail? Make sure you don't get that fucking mail, bro. It's crazy. SpiderBOI's rambling, okay? I don't have, go on with your day. SpiderBOI is taking a well-deserved break, okay? SpiderBOI's gonna be relaxing with the boys, okay? You relax with your boys too. This has been the opinion of SpiderBOI. See y'all later.